So good morning everyone. You are watching Seeds of Wisdom Tutor TV online class. So we will start from where we stopped in our last discussion. As we all know that we have started quadratic equation, and in our last discussion we talked about solving by factorization method. So today we'll be looking at solving by completing the square method. This particular method, many students in their high school, many students in their secondary school find it difficult to understand the concept and the idea of solving by completing the square method. But I believe by the help of God, after today's tutorial, you should be able to have the better understanding of how to approach quadratic equation by solving using completing the square method. We will start from here. We have on the board the general equation for what? For quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this completing the square method is a method that demands us to know the step-by-step logic to solve it. The first step to use is that to bring out this constant c away from the equation or transfer it to the other side of the equation. By doing so, this particular c is positive here. So when it's being transferred to the other side of the equation, it will change to negative, that is minus. That is what we have here. So the next thing is what? To divide all through by the coefficients of x squared. You may want to know what do we mean by coefficients. Yes, coefficient simply means the number that precedes alphabet or the number that you see before alphabet. So if I ask now that what is the coefficient of x squared here, the coefficient of x squared is a. Do you get it? If I ask now that what is the coefficient of x here, the coefficient of x here is plus b. So after that, divide all through by the coefficient of x squared. And I want us to know that there is the difference between dividing both sides and dividing all through. Many students mix it together. Many students get confused. When you ask them that divide all through by the social coefficient, they'll be looking like what? What do you mean by coefficient? What do you mean by all through? What we mean is that all through each times in that equation. But if it is both sides, just this side and this side. But when it comes to all through, each times will be divided. Ax squared divided by a, bx divided by a, and minus c divided by a. That's what we mean by all through. When there is a cancellation here, a cancels a, we are left with x squared plus bx over a equal to minus c over a. So the next thing that you need to know, that is what? Say second step. Yes, second step. We are done with the first step. Second step. Okay, we are in third step. Now the third step is that multiply half to the coefficient of x, square it, and add it to both sides of the equation. Yes, add it to both sides of the equation. The coefficient of x here is b over a. That is what we have on the board. B over a multiplied by 1 over 2, we have b times 1, we have b. A times 2, we have 2a. Then square it. That is it. So, and then add it to both sides. This is the additional side of the left hand side, and this is the additional side of the right hand side. Okay, alright. The next thing is that leave this left hand side like that. Don't expand it. You will say, Master, why can't we expand it now? No, don't expand it so that your work won't be cumbersome, so that your work won't be complicated. Just leave it like that and continue solving your problem. So here now, there is need for us to expand this b over 2a. So by the time you expand it, b times b will give us b squared, and 2a times 2a will give us 4a squared. Yes. So after doing that, still leave this left hand side equation. Leave it. Don't touch it. Still write it. Then LCM. The LCM of a and 4a squared is what? Is 4a square. Yes, it's 4a square. So if you now put it, a in 4a square, we have what? We have 4a. So that's 4a multiplied by minus c. We have minus 4ac. Then our additional sign. Put it there. 4a square and 4a square, we have 1. That 1 times b square, we still have what? B square. Then you now come to this place. That is what? Step number 4. In this normal step, in this step that we get to, many students find it so hard. Pardon? They find it so hard that, oh, how will I go about it now? What will be the next thing now? This thing is too, they just be thinking of so many things. But I tell you, this morning that is so easy. Just get the concept and the idea that I want to give you this morning. Don't disturb yourself. Don't question yourself. By the time you have something like this, just pick the number that you add to it. Pick it first. B over 2a is what we add to the both sides. Just pick it easy. And then out of that your s squared, pick 1s, then close the bracket and square it. If you want to prove it, if you are correct, you can use the power of square. The power of square, that is difference. The power of square difference. Just multiply this by this same value again, but the sign will change. The sign will change from plus to negative, and then you multiply this. You have your answer. After this now, say step number 5. Yes, step number 5 is square root of both sides. Square root of both sides. By the time you square root of both sides, the power here, we cancel out the roots here. We are left with s plus b over 2a equal to. So by the time we are introducing square root here, we introduce what we call plus or minus. Yes, plus or minus. The number can be positive or negative. So then, what happens to this place that make it to change is that 4a square, right? The square root of 4 is 2. The square root of a square is a. But someone will still ask me, Master, what happened that we don't disturb this one? Why can't we take the square root of the numerator? Yes, you can't take it. It's as reason. And I will show you the reason now. If you look at this b square, you will get what? You will get b. This minus 4, you will get 2. But what will now happen to this a and c? Can you get their square root? No. That is why we need to do what? To leave it like that. Tell your friend, leave it like that. Then we get to this place. Then to finish up what we have started, the next thing is what? To bring this stuff to this side, or I can say make s the subject of the relation, or subtract b over 2a from both sides, or collect like time, that is transferring of b over 2a to the other side. So doing that, this thing is positive. By the time it's being transferred to the other side, it will change to negative. That is why we have minus b over 2a. Then our plus or minus is there. Square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. What is the next thing? Yes, you want to know. The next thing is that the LCM of 2a and the 2a here is 2a. This is it, a. So 2a in 2a we have 1. 1 multiplied by minus b, we have minus b. Then our plus or minus, we put it there. Understand? Okay? So the next thing is that 2a in 2a is still 1. Using 1 to multiply all these things, we still have this thing. Then we have what people do call almighty formula. But don't call it like that today. We call it using a formula or quadratic formula. This formula is not almighty formula. It's only God Almighty that is mighty. So let's proceed. I believe you have get the concept, the idea. So all what you have get now, let's now apply to the quiz we have on the board. Yes, the quiz we have on the board is 2s squared minus 3s minus 5 equal to 0. So the next thing we have to do is that the first step we talk about the other time is that to do us to change minus 5 coming to this place, to change to plus. That is why we have what 5 s squared. Okay, 2s squared minus 3s equal to 5. And the next thing to do is that divide all through by the coefficient of s squared. If I may ask you, what is the coefficient of s squared? The coefficient of x squared is what? Is 2. Understand? So 2, divide all through by 2. 2, 2, and 2. So 2 will cancel out 2 here. We are left with x squared minus 3 upon 2x equal to 5 over 2. Tell me the next thing. The next thing is to do what? So multiply half to the coefficient of x, square it, and add it to both sides. If I ask you now that what is the coefficient of x here, the coefficient of x here is minus 3 over 2. Do you get it? Let me circle it out. Yes. Minus 3 over 2. So we have minus 3 over 2 times 1 over 2 here. Then it will give us what? Minus 3 times 1, minus 3, 2 times 2, 4. Then, so the next thing to do is to add it to what? To both sides. We have added it to this side, likewise to this side. But you know what we do? First, open this bracket. Deal with this first. Leave this one like that. Leave it like that. So, solving this now. Open this bracket. Minus 3 times minus 3 will give us what? 9. 4 times 4 will give us what? 16. And then you now take a look at the LCM of 2 and 16 is 16. How many 2 can we say is 16? 8. 8 times 5, 40. This is how we got this 40. 16 is 16 is what? It's 1. 1 times 9, we have what? 9. So, writing it, still repeat this one, put it down. So we have 40 plus 9, 49 over 16. After that, get to this place. You know how I taught you the other time? How I explained to you the other time? How I appreciate that just pick this value that you add to it, minus 3 over 4. Pick it. Then, take one of the x here, put it here. You may say, well, but we have plus outside, we have minus. How come that you pick minus? Why can't I pick plus? What happens that by the time you use that plus to open the bracket, plus times minus, we have minus. Understand? Yeah. So from here now, we can proceed. And what will be the next thing? And the next thing that will be our last step, yes, is to square root of both sides. By the time I take the square root of this side, I will have what? Like this. X minus 3 over 4, that is the square, cancel out, equal to square root of what? 49 over 16. I believe you know the square root of 49. That is x minus 3 over 4 equal to square root of 49 is what? Oh, pardon me. We are supposed to put plus or minus here. Square root of 49 is what? Is 7. Square root of 16 is what? Is 4. You get it? So from here now, let's say collect like that. We now have what? X equal to, okay, plus or minus, to mind me, equal to, so we have plus or minus 7. If this minus is come to this place, change to what? Change to plus 3 over 4 or 7 over 4. So from here, we now have 2 stuff. Please pardon me, I will need to wipe off this side. Hey, let me quickly do that. So don't mess it up. So by the time we now have x, you will take it one after the other. We have plus or minus 7 over 4 plus 3 over 4. You can first take plus. That is, you take plus, x is equal to 7 over 4 plus 3 over 4 will be equal to the LCM of 4. That is 4. 4 in 4, 1 times 7, that is 7 plus 3. So it will be equal to 10 over 4. If you divide it, 4 here, okay, 2 here, 2 here, 5. So x will be equal to 5 over 2. Or if you now use the negative sign, because I said it can be positive or negative, you see now what? X equal to minus 7 over 4 plus 3 over 4. The LCM will be what? 4. That is minus 7 plus 3. So x will be equal to minus 7 plus 3 is what? Is minus 4. Because many students get it wrong here. If you ask them that minus 7 plus 3, they will tell you 10. Wow, how come? If you ask them that, okay, minus 7 plus 3, they will tell you, okay, plus 4. No, it's minus 4. So when we have minus 4 over 4, 4 here 1, 4 here 1. So therefore, x equals to what? Minus 1. That is the final answer. I believe that in today's class, you have learned one or two things. Yes, one or two things. And I pray that the Father of all grace will give you more insights and more knowledge to understand what you have learned today. So thank you for watching Seeds of Wisdom Tutor TV. Please, I want to beg of something from you. Remember to like, remember